Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to another podcast.
Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to... Oh, no. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast, and welcome to another podcast. We've got a baby that needs feeding, and we want to get this done today. So...
Let's go!
Roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning and married life.
Right. Let's talk about...
Do you want to swap hands around?
Right. Let's talk about bridesmaids rules. Now, that sounds really funny and like really, I don't know what the word is, but
Bitchy?
yeah, probably.
Bridezilla?
Yeah. But like, neither of us, we didn't have rules for our bridesmaids.
But they're all pretty normal.
Yeah. But so going on that then,
Mm-hmm.
if you had a bridesmaid that was, I don't know, had blue hair.
Oh, I don't care about that.
No, me neither. So Zoe, one of my bridesmaids, she had blue hair probably about a year before my wedding. It was actually probably before Emily's wedding, actually. She had blue hair. And neither me nor... I mean, I wasn't engaged when... Was I? Yeah, I was. When Emily got married, I was engaged. God, I'm out of breath. But, yeah, Zoe had blue hair for Emily's hen do, I believe. And she said, I'm going to dye my hair for your wedding. And Emily was like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I didn't care if Zoe had blue hair or she didn't have blue hair. It really didn't bother me.
The blue hair looked great. The only thing I would have said, it wouldn't have gone with Emily's dress. For yours, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have gone with the dress. So it's not like Zoe always had blue hair. Or
No.
always had bright coloured hair.
No, she didn't.
If you always got changing hair colour, then whatever.
But would hair colour matter to you? Like, for example, I've heard, maybe it's on films.
No, it's 2 hot takes.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Where it was like, I want all of my bridesmaids to be brunette.
Oh, no. Well, I've heard one about telling someone to dye their hair.
Yeah, I've definitely heard about people telling, like, you know, brides telling them to dye their hair because their hair colour doesn't suit the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But there is, like, I'm sure I've heard it somewhere that a bride was like, I want all brunette bridesmaids. And they'd picked a blonde bridesmaid. And it was like...
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. You can't dictate to somebody what colour hair they have, in my opinion.
I also think if one of my friends was going to dye their hair and change it to pink, just because of how they are, they'd probably say, I'll do it after your wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that it would have bothered me anyway.
No, me neither.
But I do just think that's what they would have done, especially if it was something that's not like, if it's your whole personality having really cool, not whole personality, that's really bad, but like it's a big part of your personality and who you are.
Yeah.
Where you change your hair colour regularly, you have bright coloured hair, you do cool stuff with your hair, like,
yeah.
I'm boring, this is as exciting as my hair gets. Then to not be that person on someone's wedding day, like...
Oh, I agree. I think...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think your hair is a reflection of your personality, for sure. And I think that you, like, I am not friends with my friends because of their hair colour.
No.
And I don't have nice pictures with my friends because they all have blonde hair or they all have brunette hair. Or...
And it wouldn't stop me making friends with someone because they had
no,
bright-coloured hair.
No. So why are you then dictating to somebody at your wedding that they must have a certain hair colour?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not bothered about it every other day of the week, why are you bothered about it on your wedding day?
Yeah, I agree.
But there's a lot of rules, I'm sure, that some brides would have with their bridesmaids where they're like, you can do this but not this. You could, like, for example, I'm sure there's brides who are like, you can't get pregnant. Yeah. Or if you do get pregnant, it's your responsibility to sort out the alterations, which in some ways I agree with. Like, if somebody's bought you a dress and you then get pregnant or gain weight or lose weight or whatever it may be, it is your responsibility to make those alterations, not the bride's responsibility.
Absolutely.
Like, I just don't think it's I don't think you can dictate to somebody, oh, well, I didn't know I was going to gain weight, so, you know, you should pay for it. You can't dictate to somebody how they should look. I don't think, in my personal opinion, this is very much my personal opinion. Yeah, you can't dictate to somebody what they do or don't do in the run up to your wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, if there's something that's completely altering them like, for example, I said with the dresses, if it needs alterations, then yes, okay, they do need to like foot the bill for it. But I don't think you can dictate, like, you know, you can't really dictate what they do with their body.
No.
Apart from that. On the flip side from that, as a bridesmaid, I do think you have to be considerate of what the bride wants. Like, if I'm a bridesmaid and a bride is telling me that they want to put me in a certain colour and I know that colour doesn't suit me, I am never going to say a single thing to that bride.
No.
I will wear that dress, I will be happy in that dress, and I will be proud of what I'm wearing. And I will not make any fuss about it because it's not my responsibility to make, like, not responsibility, that's the wrong word. It's not my place to make a fuss out of a choice that's been given to me for a bride's wedding day. If somebody had said to me on like that they didn't like my bridesmaid's dress colour when I was picking my bridesmaids, I'd have been like, tough.
Yeah.
Like, love you, but tough.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's what I want, and that's what you're having. Yeah. So I think it goes both ways, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. I think as a bride and a bridesmaid, you have to be sort of conscious of what the other person is doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Right, you sent me this Instagram post the other day, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh, it's gone. Here it is.
No, again.
So basically, bride makes bridesmaids sign 37 strict rules before the wedding.
Crazy.
Let's go through each one.
I don't think I actually read it in preparation for this.
Well, let's go through each one. Let's look at them and see if you agree or disagree, okay?
Okay.
I will not try to convince the bride to change anything in her wedding. I mean, I don't think you should be trying to convince the bride to change anything, but I do think that if you believe that they're making the wrong choice or something's not working, but then is it your place to say anything?
I'm trying to think of an example. Like, if I knew one of my friends was going to bankrupt themselves by adding something to a wedding, I'd tell them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Or if it was like something like ethically or morally I didn't align with, I'd make a point of it. But I wouldn't necessarily try and convince them. I'd know that I've aired my opinion.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
I'd have an honest conversation with the bride probably and say, look, I know that you maybe really want this specific thing, but I really don't think that you're telling me that your budget is not going to stretch to it. Yeah. Please don't do it. If it's going to bankrupt you, like, please don't do it. I think there's definitely that, isn't there? So I agree with you. I think you have to look out for that person and make sure that they're making the choices that you know they would normally make. Yeah. Not just ill-considered choices because they're getting married. Yeah. But then equally, you don't want to get involved and you don't want to cause an argument. No. Like, that's the last thing you want, isn't it, really?
Yeah, that's the only thing, really.
So it's tough, but I don't think convince them to change something about the wedding is the words I would use.
Yeah, I agree with don't convince me to change it, but air your opinion.
Yeah. This one, I will not talk negative about anyone in the wedding. Yeah?
Yeah. It's hard though, because what if someone's been a knob?
Yeah. I think, like, don't be rude and don't talk about my family or my friends, and don't be disrespectful. But if somebody's like causing issues and being an idiot, then call them up on it.
Yeah, if there's facts, it's different to just like slating someone, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't be rude to somebody because you're, I don't know, people can be nasty, can't they? Like, don't just be nasty for the sake of being nasty. Yeah. But if there's somebody that's causing an issue or being rude or what have you, then they need to be brought up on it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's really bad. I will not gain more than 3 kg between now and the wedding.
Yes, girl.
That was her opinion on it. Like we agree. We all agree. No. You cannot make somebody sign a contract that says that. You cannot dictate what people do with their bodies. Number one, you don't know about there could be a million reasons why you would gain or lose weight.
Yeah.
Like you categorically cannot say that to somebody.
Get
and
in the bin on that one.
Yeah, no, not good. I will wear only black or dark brown hair on the day of the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Highlights may be accepted with prior approval.
Right.
No.
We've talked about hair already, so we know our opinion on that. But from a highlights point of view, like plain, sounds really bad, but as a general rule, if you look at anyone's hair who says they have brown hair,
yeah,
it's not just one colour of brown.
No.
Even like natural brunettes have got a natural highlight.
Yeah.
Even black hair, like it's got different colours to it. Like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we can't talk because we both have coloured hair currently. But like, my natural brown isn't just one shade of brown.
No, that just doesn't happen. It's just not how it goes, is it?
No, that's just ridiculous.
No, not at all. I cannot wear any lashes the day of the wedding unless professionally installed. What?
Unless your friends are really shit and using like really cheap naff ones that are like, you know, like drag queen style, like
really, really big, long, and like
big, thick,
clumped
bright
together.
pink tips on them.
Yeah.
Like,
also, like, what if
they've got really thick eyelashes and they put mascara on and they look like that?
Yeah.
Also, if you don't let me wear eyelashes, I'm looking like I don't have any eyelashes.
But then, like,
I wear them all the time.
Yeah, but also, like, what if somebody can't have professionally put on eyelashes because they're allergic to the glue or something, but they want their eyes to look better, so they're going to put on some strip lashes that look fine. Like, some strip lashes look nicer than some, like, professionally put on, like, the Russian ones. Like, it just depends on who's doing it. So, no. And also, you cannot expect people to spend that much money on on some eyelashes. They might not be able to afford it.
Yeah.
Like, some strip lashes don't cost that much money, but having your eyelashes done does cost quite a lot of money. I have to attend the bridal shower and bachelorette party, fitting and rehearsals and wedding. Only time this can be missed is death or jail, pregnancy over 5 months, and some sickness with a doctor's note. No. I agree that
when you sign up to being a bridesmaid, you generally are signing yourself up for all of those events.
Yeah.
But my friend had just had a baby. Like,
yeah.
No.
And like, you can't guarantee where you're going to be in life. Like, you don't know when.
What if your hen do falls on when you've already booked a family holiday that's been booked the year before?
Exactly.
Tough.
Like, and also, it's just like, it's just one of those things, and you can't ask someone to provide you with a sick note as your friend. Like,
also,
oh, I'm really sorry, I can't come. I'm
you...
unwell. Where's your sick note? Sorry, what?
Get in the bin.
Get in the bin. No. Okay. I will take care of my skin, hair, and nails from now until the wedding. Again, I think generally people do this anyway when they're in a, like, if I, like, when I was leading up to your wedding, I wanted my hair to look nice. I wanted my skin to look good. I'd gone and got my nails done to make sure my nails were long for your wedding because that was what I wanted. But if I'd have turned up with short nails, I think if I'd have turned up with cracked, chipped nail varnish, you probably would have said, get that off your hands right now.
Yeah, of course. But that's just...
But you wouldn't have made me go and get my nails done for the wedding.
No, if you just had them, like, with no nail varnish on and just short, like...
It doesn't matter.
I think just as long as it's, like, not grubby. I think grubby and chipped are different.
Yeah, I do think you have a right.
But then also my friends are clean, like...
Yeah. But I do think you have a right, and I think maybe this is me just being, I don't know, but I think this would never happen to me because all of my bridesmaids were like, and are very clean and impeccably turned out people. But I would, if one of my bridesmaids turned up on the morning of my wedding with cracked, chipped nail varnish, don't really care about your toes because I can't see them, but on your fingers, and really terribly greasy hair, and they weren't planning on wearing it in an updo that would hide it, I would say, look, love you, but can you wash your hair?
Yeah.
And take that off your nails.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't.
There's a difference in that and turning up on the day being like that. Firstly, be like, is everything okay?
Well, yeah, because it'd be weird for them to do that.
But like, you can't. We don't know how long before a wedding this was done.
Yeah.
But say this was like 6 months. Like, I'm not. Like, what if they miss the skincare one day? You're gonna kick off. Like,
and also, like, what if I've got, like, I can't afford to get my nails done until like a couple of weeks before the wedding? Are you gonna monitor my nails up until that point, and then and until I get my nails done, are you just gonna slate me constantly until it's done? Like, don't get it. Okay. The bride will choose my makeup artist the day of the wedding. I don't think you can dictate a makeup artist or a hairstylist for somebody. Hair, maybe.
no, I think if the bride has paid for the makeup artist,
Okay, only if the bride has paid for it. Then you can't. I don't think you can dictate that you're having your makeup done by this person, but it's 70 quid and you're paying for that.
I think if the expectation is that, I think because we didn't have that, it's a bit different.
Maybe, yeah.
But it is quite normal for someone to say, well, this is who the makeup artist is.
Yeah, true.
And this is how much it's going to cost.
Yeah, true.
A lot of brides that I know of will have said to people, I really want to pay for this for you, but I can't afford the whole thing. So can we go halves? And if someone said that to me, I'd be like, yeah, saves me doing it on the day.
Yeah.
Like, personally, I like doing my own makeup, but when it's for someone else's wedding, and they want it all to be uniform, I'll just do as I'm told.
No, I agree with you on that. I will do as I'm told. And if you're telling me I'm having my hair and makeup done, then fine. If I feel the need that, like, I'm not going to be difficult. And if the only option is I get my hair and makeup done, but if there's an option for I pay for my hair and makeup to be done or I do it myself, I will probably do it myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel confident enough that I could do my hair and makeup nicely and not feel like, you know, I've done it badly. But I don't. But if the options are that, or no, you have to get your makeup done because we're all getting our makeup done, then I would do it. Of course I would.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think you can dictate it to people.
No.
I think you can strongly suggest.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just my opinion on it, I guess.
Yeah.
I agree to wear the dress the bride chooses regardless of my own opinions on style or colour. Yeah.
We agree.
100% agree on that one. I will not wear any extra accessories, items of clothing or jewellery the day of the wedding except my wedding or engagement ring.
I get that one. I get it. But only because we gave all of our bridesmaids jewellery to wear.
Yes.
And if someone didn't, I would ask, because I like wearing jewellery. I feel naked without my jewellery.
Yeah.
I'd say, is this jewellery okay?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't tell someone. But say someone came and they had this really big, like, chunky necklace on, like a costume jewellery one.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't want that in the pictures.
But like, I didn't provide my bridesmaids with necklaces, and lots of them wore necklaces on the wedding day, and like, I was fine with it.
Yeah.
I was like, the only thing I said,
with a big chunky necklace.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
no, wear it.
And I said I'd prefer you to wear silver jewelry, but I don't mind if you wear gold. You wear gold.
Yeah.
That was my stance on it. Like, my preference is silver, but if you wear gold, so I do think that if you have a certain aesthetic and you want things to look a certain way, then yes, you can. I guess you can dictate to people what they can and can't wear. But if you're not, well, I guess you can if you have a certain aesthetic. I mean, like, what can you say if they're paying for it?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think you can force people to buy these things.
If you want people to wear certain things, you buy it.
Yeah, I agree. You have to. You can't. In my opinion, sorry, you can't.
Yeah.
You just can't, in my opinion. Right. I will not intentionally fall pregnant before the wedding. Pregnancy under 5 months will not be excused from attending wedding events.
The first 3 months for most people is horrific. Like, speaking from experience, I was very, very lucky, but thank you, dear. The first 3 months, I was so tired all the time.
And like, you can't tell people when they can and can't have a baby.
And if they're your good enough friend that you want them to be a bridesmaid, surely you want them to have their family that they desire.
Yeah, but then there's also the flip side of that, in that, like, if you are, like, I'm bridesmaid for my friend in next year, and in an ideal world, I wouldn't be heavily pregnant or have a new build at her a newborn at her wedding. Like,
Yeah.
I would plan accordingly. And I think it depends on your priorities, but you can't dictate to people when they can and can't get pregnant. You don't know their situation. You don't know how long they've been trying.
Yeah.
You don't know any of that. So you just have to.
But if you do know, then you really can't have an opinion. Yes, if you know your friend is trying to get pregnant, and then you then say, well, don't be pregnant at my wedding, you're not really her friend, are you?
And I just think, I also think, like, that's a really unsensitive thing to say. Don't be pregnant at my wedding. Like,
also, it changes nothing. Take it for the bride that was pregnant at the wedding.
Yeah, it changes nothing. And also, like, I don't know. I just don't think you can ever dictate
in
the bin. I just don't ever think you can dictate to people
No.
when they can and can't get pregnant. Like, I really don't. Anyway, I will support the bride in everything she chooses.
We took the same as the first one.
Yeah. I will not consume more than 7 units of alcohol during any I will not consume more than 7 units of alcohol during any even except bachelorette party.
Evening, I think it's meant to be.
Yeah, must be.
Or event.
It's event. During any event except bachelorette. Yeah, party. There'll be no limit. So you're saying that they can get drunk at the bachelorette party, but no other event?
That's like 3.5 glasses of wine.
I also just don't think, again, you can dictate people. Like, you can look out for people's safety. If you know that you have somebody that could be maybe a little bit of a liability. If you know that somebody's going to be a bit of a liability, you can look out for their safety for sure, but you can't dictate to them what they can and can't do. I don't think, anyway.
Then just don't have them if you think they're going to be like that.
Yeah, anyway. Absolutely. I will not bring a date to the wedding or reception without bridal approval. 100%.
That's just normal guest etiquette, fine.
100%. You can't do that. You can't bring somebody without their approval. I will not bring any outside people except kids to any meeting. Yeah. Like, I don't think, like, if you're having a bridesmaids meeting, you shouldn't be bringing random people to those meetings. I will not bring my kids to the wedding unless they are part of the wedding party. No exceptions. 100%. If they've decided, this girl's smiling. If they've decided that there's no kids at the wedding, you can't just bring your child because you want to. There'll be nowhere for them to sit. There'll be no food for them. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just bring them because you feel like it's something you want.
Yeah.
Like, they have to be invited. Everybody in that room has to be invited. You can't just bring someone because you think you want to. So yeah, no, that's a big no on that one. No bringing kids, thank you very much. I will make sure I have an accountable babysitter the day of all events, and I understand that no show for no babysitter will not be an acceptable excuse. I think apart from the wedding day, like, if there's a no show for a babysitter on any of the other events, then
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But on the wedding day, I think you really need to have somebody that you completely trust and that you know is going to turn up. Like, you can't have somebody that you're just like, oh, they might turn up, they might not turn up. Like, they have to be there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I will not make any advances towards the males in the wedding party.
What if it's my husband?
Yeah. Yeah. But also, like, what if you're single and you just want to have a nice time? Like,
pour off. Also, if I had a single friend, or if I was the single friend and someone said you can't be with XYZ.
I'd be want to do it more.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially if they're single. Obviously, if they're single, not especially if. That's not what I meant at all.
What you meant. No, that is not at all what you meant. But yeah, if you have a single person, if you have two single people in the wedding party,
they're gonna have sex.
Probably, yeah, probably. I will not date anyone in the wedding party that I wasn't dating before I signed this contract. I don't think you can dictate who somebody is dating. Like, if they're in the wedding party. I mean, the only problem with that, though, is
if you split up.
Well, you might have to put a clause in there that if you split up with somebody from the wedding party, you can't make it awkward. You have to just be kind to one another.
Yes.
You have to be kind to one another and just, like, or avoid each other. Don't make it awkward for everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, that's, that it is what it is, but you also can't then turn around and say you can't date that person.
Yeah.
You just have to say, like, carry on and do what you like. But if you break up, please don't make it awkward for us. Because we love you both and we want you both here.
Yeah, don't make me pick sides.
Yeah. Okay. I will be happy and positive at all times during the wedding and reception. That's a given.
It's a wedding day.
Like, shouldn't you do that anyway?
And if you're not, piss off.
I hate people that are miserable at weddings.
Yeah.
I will not grow sensitive and angry with the bride because I understand that she has a bossy attitude. No, I mean,
I should have done that for you.
Yeah, but if you know,
as in for you, for me.
No, I know what you're saying. But if you have a bride that can be a bit argumentative, sensitive, spicy, then that's your friend, though, isn't it?
Attitude.
If you know that your friend has an attitude and can be a little bit of a nightmare, then you just accept that. Like, that's your friend.
And then just don't be a bridesmaid because it's going to make it worse.
Yeah, if you can't put up with her mood swings or the fact that she's bossy, then don't be a bridesmaid. Like, if I'm a bit bossy and I ask one of my bridesmaids to do something because I'm being a bit bossy, then one of them might go, oh, you're a bit bossy. But that's probably because I'm not normally that bossy. Like, I can be bossy, I know that. But I'm not normally... Yeah, but I'm not normally, like, super bossy or, like...
No.
Tell you what to do all the time.
No.
But if you
need to get shit done, you'll get it done.
Yeah. Like, I can be bossy from time to time. So I think my bridesmaids would just be like, oh, gosh, bossy boots.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be rude or nasty or...
No.
They'd make a joke of it.
We'd make a joke of it first before you got to the point of being a knob.
Yeah. And you'd, like, bring me back down to earth.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, okay, enough now.
Yeah.
Stop being stupid. But whatever. I will not attempt to outdo the bride in any way.
Obviously.
Yes. You'd be a knob if you did.
Yeah.
The fact you have to write that in a contract just shows...
I just think you got the wrong bridesmaids.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I will wear the hairstyle the bride chooses for the wedding day. I do agree. I think
agree.
If she's given you a hairstyle, then you do it. I understand that I have to purchase my own dress and shoes and hairstyle for the wedding. Now, that's a difficult one. If you're dictating to people what hairstyle they have, but you're not paying for it.
Yeah. Dress and shoes, it's a conversation you can have.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when you ask someone to be a bridesmaid, you can say, look, this is, as part of this, will you buy your own dresses?
Yeah. Well, you had a conversation with us where you said the dresses that we chose were more expensive than you were intending on paying.
Yeah.
And you said, look, I want you to have those dresses. You found great deals for them, but they were still expensive dresses. And you then said, look, girls, I'm so sorry, but because the dresses were more than I was intending, I can't pay for your hair or makeup or whatever. I think it was hair, you said.
Yeah.
I can't pay for your hair. And we were all like, number one, didn't expect it. And number two, not a problem.
Yeah. And shoes-wise as well, like, I get people sometimes do want matching shoes. Our dresses were so long for me for you and you for me that we could wear what we wanted and what were comfortable.
To be fair, the only thing I said to my girls is I just want you to wear nude shoes. I didn't and I've been to a wedding. I was a bridesmaid at a wedding where she wanted me in black shoes. And then the other wedding I was a bridesmaid, I wore blue shoes because I was wearing a blue dress. So but all of them, not a single one of them have ever dictated to me what shoes they wanted me to wear.
No.
Like, you didn't dictate it at all. You were just like neutral that go with the dress. But you didn't care.
Yeah.
But I do think it's difficult to make people got a very happy baby down here. I do think it's difficult to make people pay for their hair when you're dictating what they have done. I do think that's a tough one, isn't it, really? I understand that the why can't I say it? Bachelorette party must be a destination getaway.
If that is what the bride wants.
Yeah, but I don't think
But then you don't also all have to go.
No, I don't think you should dictate, again, dictate is my favourite word in this podcast. I don't think you should dictate to people that they have to go abroad. I think you say, I want an abroad hen do. As many as you can come, please come. If you can't come, not a problem. I think that's all you can do. I don't think that you can dictate to people that they go away because you don't know people's financial situations I don't like that. I understand that I have to purchase a bachelorette party t-shirt and fund my own trip if it's away. Yeah,
fine.
Whatever. I understand that the maid and matron of honour will need help funding some of the events. The wedding and reception are not included. Well, I think
you just pay for yourself to go on these.
Yeah,
I think America might do it differently though.
Yeah, I think so.
Like for us, when you plan a hen do and how we've done it, you plan accommodation, events, food. Like we provided food, and we didn't say booze. We told everyone to bring their own booze.
Yeah.
But in that we put a bit of extra money for the stuff, and that is what we did, and that worked. Yeah. And then, like, if you're saying to people they've got to buy a t-shirt, well, not everyone wants a naff t-shirt they're not going to wear again. Yeah. But if it was £2.50 added on to the whole budget, no one notices that. Yeah. And as bridesmaids, generally you do spend a bit more. Yeah. It's just, you do accept that. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's like you said, you would budget it and then ask everybody to pay their way, wouldn't you? Yeah. But like you said, it might be different, it being in America. Yeah. I understand that the bride does not want any suggestion, and this agreement is on here twice, 2 different ways, because the bride wants it to be clear. Only suggestion allowed is a way to get her exactly the same at the cheaper price. She means it. Yeah. She really means it. I will not drop out of the wedding party for any reason listed above. If I do not like anything listed, I will not sign the contract and I will be replaced. I understand that I do not agree to the above terms. It will not ruin the bride and I's friendship. But if I sign the agreement and later want to drop out, then it will ruin our friendship. Wowza, this bride is... She sounds like a right bitch. But then I also think she sounds like a dickhead, but she also sounds like she's got stupid bridesmaids. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think this whole agreement is just making you both look stupid. Your friends are shit and you're shit. Like, the whole situation is just shit. Shitty. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, Lisa and Rob. Sorry. Yeah, sorry for our language. We are furious. I understand that no friendship to the bride is bigger than anyone in her wedding party, and everyone will be treated equally. I do think that. Like, yeah, but I was your favourite. Yeah, but then, like, you're my sister, and you are my maid of honour, and we're close, and all that kind of stuff. But like my bridesmaids you're all my bridesmaids for a reason. There's a reason that each one of you are there. So yeah, like, I wouldn't have had you if I didn't want you. No, yeah. So I don't think you need to. I don't think you need to make that. Yeah, make that clear. I understand that I may have to do physical activity at the reception, and this requires practice provided by the bride. Oh, they're doing a dance, aren't they? Fine, okay. No coloured contact lenses allowed. Well, from a professional standpoint, I don't recommend them anyway because they're all pretty rubbish. Yeah, they're not good for your eyes. So Hayley will agree with that one. Unless you have them professionally fitted by an optometrist. Yeah. Don't do it. Yeah. No black drawn on eyebrows or thick drawn on, matter of fact, revert back to the makeup law above. Don't remember that makeup law. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. But you can't dictate people's makeup. I'm sorry, but you can't. No, but 2016 brows are gone now, so like yeah. We can I think we're all in a much better place with brows, aren't we? Yeah. No glossy coloured lipstick allowed, the kind that looks very, very shiny and bright. I think if you are having people's makeup done for them, makeup artist, then you can tell them what colour lipstick you want them to wear. Like, yeah, fun. No colourful nails the day of the wedding. Only colours allowed are American, French or nudes. Don't know what American.
colours are. Maybe red, white and blue. I don't know.
What's an American French? Google it.
No, American, French or nude. So they're 3 different things.
Don't know what American
I
is.
don't know what American is. But part of me kind of agrees with this.
I do agree. I think, again, my friends are very switched on.
Yeah.
My one friend asked for nails that went with the wedding colours because she knew exactly what they were and
Yeah.
they were really cool.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I
Yeah.
think actually the only one that's getting any hand shots is the bride and groom
I
anyway.
agree. I think so long as your nails are neat and tidy,
Yeah.
I don't think it matters that much.
No.
But I personally, if I'm a bridesmaid, I prefer to
I'll
have
go for a French.
French nails. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree. I will provide the bride with my normal 7-day schedule within 5 days of signing this contract. So what does that mean? That you will...
You're at boot camp until this wedding.
You're basically telling the bride your every movement until the wedding.
Yeah.
No, sorry, don't like that.
I love my bridesmaids, but I didn't need you that much.
No, and so if you have certain dates that you want them for, outline those dates at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then go from there. And then I will agree to save at least £50 a month, or dollars this says, for expenses for the next 14 months.
How much money is that? $700.
Yeah.
If you're including the bachelorette in that,
Yeah.
and if you've got to stay away for the wedding, say for 2 nights,
Yeah.
and you've got to contribute towards
Makeup and hair
makeup,
and your dress.
and it was a destination bachelorette. Actually,
Yeah.
£700 isn't that much.
No, and also I think I've started saving for Lara's wedding, knowing that I don't want it to be like oh God, I've got to pay for this wedding.
Yeah.
I think it's natural that bridesmaids do generally save for their friends' weddings because you do have, there is going to be things to pay for.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can dictate to people how much they save.
Yeah.
I think you can suggest, I think it's a good idea if you save up because I know there are going to be some expensive things and I don't want it to come as a surprise for you.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can say you must save $50 a month.
Yeah, I agree.
So what do you think about those rules, guys? Do you agree with any of them? Do any of them make sense to you?
Would you sign it?
Would you sign it? I wouldn't.
No, I'd
I
tell them
wouldn't.
to swivel.
I
That's
wouldn't.
my new thing today, swivel.
I'd tell them to swivel. Also, if you watch, look at how cute the baby's shoe is. She's wearing baby Converse.
She doesn't need shoes on, but they were cute.
She just trumped as well.
Auntie's done.
But anyway, I wouldn't sign it. I don't think it's fair, some of them. I do think there are certain parts of it that make sense, and I would...
Yeah, but I think it's just
But I
common
think
sense.
it's an unwritten rule. I think if you have to spell it out to your bridesmaids, there's something wrong here.
With you or them.
Yeah. Right.
We did it.
Let us... I was going to say, let us know what you think in the comments, whether you'd sign it, whether you have any rules that you would add to it. We'd love to know.
Well, yeah, if you've ever been told a crazy rule that you like to stick to.
Yeah, let us know. But I think that's it. So for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Toodaloo.